Hey guys, thank you for watching. This is Breaking Burke. It is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I've done a few videos where I show my propagation boxes, like this one I have here in front of me. I have always watched other YouTubers. That's what inspired me to start a channel, because we all do things a little different, and here in the desert we have certain challenges that others don't deal with. But I did see a video where Harli G, she's one of the people that I've always watched, she does propagation boxes like this, and she's one of the people who kind of got me addicted to them. But she used to just throw them in there like this, and the problem with that is, see how it gets tangled and you risk breaking roots and stuff trying to pull it out, and it's not very organized. What I seen in one of her latest videos, and a few that I guess I didn't pay attention to what she was doing, I was just listening. I've seen that she actually puts them in cups now inside her propagation box here. And I think that would be handy, especially because if we look closely here, hopefully we can see it. Right here you see that little tiny vine coming off. Those are string of turtles. There's quite a few in here that are actually starting to take. So I wanted to help people who are starting by leaf propagation, because I've seen this quite a bit in groups that I belong to online, or even by nodes. You see there's one there. How do you get it from that to being potted? So we all know that everything grows best greenhouse conditions. So for baby plants and plants that fit in these little tubs that I have, that's what I try and do. I seen that Harley just fills up a cup. I have these little condiment cups here. They come relatively cheaply, so you can get quite a bit, and these work. That's a decent sized root ball if you can get it to fill up in there. And I've been doing this a while myself, not in containers like this, but in containers like this just out in the open. But it did make sense that it does help you down the road when you're trying to separate the stuff. So I figured, why not give it a shot? You can see right there we got a few little string of turtles up with it. So we're just going to put some of this moist moss on the bottom of our container. And you do want to pack it in, not like rock solid, but give it a decent amount. You don't want a bunch of air holes and stuff. And the reason for that is you're not going to pull the moss off. In other propagation videos that I've seen, people go and they'll pull the moss off, and I did that for a while too. But it does set your plants back. So if you can afford it, or you don't mind rebuying moss, or if it's convenient to find, that's another issue. You can see I just threw a couple of babies there. And I'm going to throw a few more in here, but I do want to address how you plant it. Now you just take the whole root ball and moss out and plant the whole thing and put soil on top just like you normally would. So you keep this as a root ball. Now, as to when to take it out of here, I like to wait till I can see the roots come down to the bottom and circle the bottom of the pot, just like you would in a regular pot before you transplant it. Circle here. I think I had it too high. I wasn't paying attention. But you can see we will have a decent little pot of string of turtles here in no time. This does take quite a bit of time to start from just little tiny leaves. Like, it will be probably a good 6 months to a year before I get a decent sized pot where it starts to trail out of that. But from something that broke off and was probably going to be thrown in the trash anyway, it definitely is cool, and it's nice to see that we're not wasting a bunch of stuff. Now, with things like string of turtles that are starting to become a little more common, there is concern whether it's worth it or not to take the time to do this. If you like it and you enjoy it, it's worth it. It doesn't matter how much things cost. It doesn't matter the value, the monetary value. If it does to you, then maybe it's more of a job than a hobby. But for me, this is just fun. I love seeing that I can take a little tiny piece of live tissue and get a new plant. I like to share my plants, so I give them away and sometimes trade or sell. that's perfectly fine too. There is a bit of controversy tied to that, which I'm not going to touch, but anything is worth what people will pay for it, and that's the end of it. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.